it's not a ham radio antenna, Gary, but 110 feet, give or take.
I'm just guessing. Yeah, something like
Give 110 feet. So we love antennas for ham radio, right? But think about this long column reaching up 100, and it's a scoring pole.
Yes.
So what did they use for the scoring pole? Why would they use that?
It tells everybody what position everybody's in at any point in the race.
So you're telling me that's the telemetry data is flowing through this thing, basically, right?
It basically tells you who's in first, who's in second.
Second.
Yep.
How do you know? Is there sensors on the track?
Well, everybody starting line, which
Okay.
is about, I don't know, 100 yards behind us.
Yeah.
And then it goes ahead and it just, whoever's going the fastest, whoever's completing the laps the fastest, that's usually who's on top.
Right. This is fantastic. And if I'm blind myself or low vision, so if you could just kind of describe to me, please, what am I looking at or where are we standing right now?
We're currently standing on pit row.
Okay.
The fastest 6 cars that went through qualifying are to your left, my right.
Your right.
Yep, my right, your left. So we've got Álex Palou at the pole position.
Yes.
He's going to be.
Álex did amazing the other day, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, wasn't he the fastest speed, 233?
Yes, yeah. He'll be leading the pack whenever they get the.
So position number 1.
Yes, he's got the.
Álex Palou.
And then over behind you.
Behind me, am I in the right direction?
28, 27 drivers.
So altogether, there's 33 drivers, right, on field?
Yes. Yep. 33 on the field.
Field.
Yep.
So I just saw number 1, so now we have 32 in front of us, roughly?
In front of us right now would be 27.
27. Why 27 and not the rest?
Because we have the other 6 up front, and they're the fast 6.
So there's a difference. The fast 6, they're ready to go. So position 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, those are already up there. The ones that I'm looking at in front of me, they are everyone else.
Right.
So these are the actual Indy cars that are going to roar on Sunday. So stay tuned with it. And sir, I apologize, I didn't introduce myself. My name's Hershi. And your name, sir?
I'm Alan.
Alan.
Yes.
So how long have you been working for the track?
This is my first year.
Holy smokes, me too.
Yeah.
First time ever watching a race. I come from Daytona Beach.
Okay.
So to look at this track, what do you feel? You've been here a year. What do you feel?
I was here last year as a guest.
Okay.
Which was a great opportunity, and it's a great opportunity to be working here as a yellow shirt now.
Right.
But it's a lot of responsibility for us because we're trying to make sure that everybody gets to enjoy the track as much as possible and as safely as possible.
So would you call yourselves the safety team, or what is your team called?
We're known as the Safety Patrol. Safety
Patrol.
Yeah.
And that's a real term. Yep. Not to say that, because look, everything works on a team.
Yeah.
I work on a team. Pedro, my camera guy, it's a team. If he tells me I'm off, I am off. My driving is off. My friend here, Alan, is safety, patrol, but if one thing goes off out here, think about what could go wrong.
Yeah.
Right?
Our main control is just to go ahead and keep credentials. And credentials, they do cost money, but the idea is to limit access to areas so that we don't have a crush where there's just so many people that we can't control them.
Right.
And so to do that, we do charge more money to get into certain areas like the pits, or we want to make sure that we sell out so that everybody else can see it.
Absolutely.
So we do this. We have credentials that everybody has to follow, and we have to weed people out.
Right.
Send people that don't have the right stuff to where they do belong.
Right.
But there's still general admission for everybody, even though all the grandstands and all the seating is taken.
You mentioned to me just now, you were first experience last year here.
Yes.
How many people showed up then?
I was told somewhere over 300,000.
Over. I heard a number 350 today.
That's right, because we can fit, I think it's something like 250,000 just in the stands.
Okay.
And then we've got another 50,000 in the suites, as well as probably more than that on the mounds and general admission.
Right.
And then there's another 50,000 tickets sold for the snake pit. And those people may not be here for the race.
Yeah.
They're here for the concert.
Yeah.
But they're still here during the race, so they're counted as part of the Speedway population.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
So I'm looking ahead of me. Could you kind of give me somewhat of an audio description of where, I know they're all 27 there, but somewhat of what you see in front of me.
All right, so what we just walked down, we call that the chute, which
Okay.
comes just off of Gasoline Alley.
Okay.
Past Gasoline Alley is going to be the garages where all of the teams go to work on the cars. The cars are currently impounded and have been all day. They were last free to operate on them yesterday during practice.
And that was called Carb Days, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
Sorry I couldn't make it here. We had Cadence tablet is going to be on the infield, turn 2. So where's turn 2 with regards to where we're standing?
Turn 2 is going to be...
So at 1080,
to the
1080, I turn around 1080 again?
Yes, sir. It'll be
Okay.
to the southeast.
So now I'm at pit lane, so the cars are coming in from front of me, and they're exiting out the other way. Am I?
Start finish is to like right there,
Okay.
and then they're gonna go, I believe, this way, or they're gonna go that way.
So left or right? Is that what?
I believe it's gonna be that way. Yeah.
So behind. Okay. So to give you all a little bit of description here. Think about where I'm standing while you're watching the race. I'm looking at checkered line, right? Basically the
start finish
start
is gonna
finish?
be ahead of us.
ahead of us.
Yep.
But with the direction I'm facing, essentially.
Now.
Okay, now I am facing the start-finish line.
But if the vehicles were to start,
Uh-huh.
they would be coming towards us.
Right, because the start is from back there,
Yes.
coming towards us.
Yep.
And then I'm going to turn around 1080, like I'm going to swing around just 1080. Now I've turned a whole 1080. I'm facing now the cars are going to shoot out of here.
Right. They would be.
How fast are they allowed to go out of here?
Currently in pit row,
Uh-huh.
the speed limit is 60 miles an hour.
If they go over 60 miles per hour, what happens?
They could get a ticket from one of the Indy car officials.
Not from safety patrol, right?
No, we don't write tickets. No, we don't do anything. We're not even supposed to touch people.
You see what I mean? These are great human beings out here trying to support, make us safe,
Right.
make the drivers safe. And I'm just so thankful because safety is so big in this.
Right.
Being on the radio, being on it's communication. If communication falls, we're in trouble.
Right.
What about if comms fall out of the vehicle?
What do you mean, comms?
If they can't hear, if their headset, something breaks in the vehicle.
Well,
What happens?
They're given brand new stuff every time, or whenever they don't expect anything to break.
Okay,
Nothing like that should happen.
Nothing like that ever does happen, right? So
I'm sure it has happened from time to time, but
Uh-huh.
not to anyone's knowledge. They'd probably keep that inside the team because it
Right.
would be embarrassing for whoever sponsored or they bought.
For
from.
sure, for sure. And I mean, but you know, as we learned earlier, when they get going, it's a big blur.
Yes.
It's focus. It's
Yeah, they're going over 200 miles an hour.
right.
So this is no speed that anybody should be going anywhere else. But this whole
These are
track,
professionals, ladies and gentlemen. Do not try this at home.
right? This track is made for them to do this. It's made to test vehicles and push them to their limit for as long as we can do it, and that's why it's 500 miles long.
Right.
Is that we're pushing every piece of equipment on that car, and there are replacements waiting in those garages if anything was to happen. That
Right.
would be catastrophic. But obviously, if the car fails in any way in general, it'll end up being disqualified because you can't just replace an entire car.
So
think.
when they wreck the car,
Yes.
they may have a backup. But let's say we had that. Rossi, I think. Do you know the story behind it? I didn't get to see it in quality.
Last year, they had a flare-up while they were in the pit.
Yeah.
And it damaged the vehicle enough that they couldn't re-enter the race, at least to my knowledge. Yeah.
And again, professionalism is highly needed, but these are normal family human beings. They have families at home. You know, get cold milk in a cooler. If they win, great, but guess what? Their kids need milk too.
Yeah. Winners drink milk.
Why not? So it's a family affair is what I'm feeling.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah?
I mean, everybody comes, and the locals, everybody brings as many people as they can.
Right.
It's just, can you make it or not? And it's only one day a year.
Right.
So if you plan for it, you can make it happen.
Well, Alan, there's one question. We talked about turn 2, so we're facing towards the turns, right?
Yeah, we're facing
So
turn 1.
turn 1 is in front of us, and
turn
then
2, we can't really see, but
is it going to my left?
It is.
Swaying to my left.
Yep.
So think about an oval. Right now, I'm at start line, right? Now, I'm at the long part of the oval.
right. we're on
Then
the long
that
chute.
long chute, they call it. Then when you're banking towards your left, that's turn 1.
Right, then you come to the first short chute.
First short chute, then it's turn 2.
Then it's turn 2. and then you got the second long chute.
Then, so again, the two long chutes, the long halves, right? Think
Right.
about the oval.
Right.
Continue.
And
So
then
now
you come
I'm
in.
moving along the clockwork with it, but continue, sir.
Then we go along to turn 3,
Turn 3, okay.
and turn 3 just turns into the other short chute.
From where I'm standing to turn 3 over there.
Turn 3, I'll just turn you
Yeah,
again.
okay.
Is probably about there.
How long of a distance do you think I'm standing to turn 3 all the way over there?
It's probably somewhere around a mile.
I'm on the one long bend of turn, the first chute. A mile across the oval is turn 3,
More or less.
more or less.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's just right there.
No.
Is
no.
it? But it's a huge track. I heard there's what 3.58 million cement blocks underneath here.
Something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
They've resurfaced it a few times, but they still have the bricks still at the starting and finish line.
Wasn't the track? Wasn't it? When did this race start? Like 1911, was it?
It started in 1906.
06.
Yes, and then they've had 5 years where they weren't able to run the race.
Right.
And then
Are we allowed to tell why, or do we know why?
Well, there were accidents that caused deaths, and they weren't able to insure anything.
I come from Daytona Beach, and to see like Dale Earnhardt Sr.
Right.
He gave us tickets before.
Right.
Jeff Gordon gave me tickets before, but I never got
cool.
to. I came from hotels, hospitality, but reason why I'm telling you, Alan, is how many people are staying in the city right now? Because all the rooms are booked, right?
Yeah, I would assume. I would assume.
And in this city, 300,000, 350. Think about it. And
the way I've been told to think about it is 1 in 1,000 people for all the citizens in America will be right here at the Speedway or around it.
And another big thing is it's the world's largest spectator sport, a single day event sport.
Yeah. Yep.
And no sport is like this anywhere.
No, and
Only
it's
in
also
Indiana and America.
It's also one of the fastest sports vehicles that are available.
Fast, man. I heard my friend Russell Davis mentioned he got to ride in a Malibu.
Okay.
What's that about? And is there other cars that run if it's not Indy
we
cars?
just saw the Corvette, which is the pace car this year. That just passed us.
That's what I heard the roar. Okay.
Yep.
And that's a C8? Was that a C8, I want to say, probably?
It's probably the most recent one. Yeah, whatever
Okay.
Corvette's trying to push these days.
Right, Stingray C8. We saw a few, so I'm letting my audience know. But
They ran all the Corvettes today, all around the track. So
what I heard, again, blindness, but
yeah.
I heard,
Yeah.
and I heard there were 2x2s. What is it? You get to pay and go?
There are what they call, I think it's a two-seater.
Yeah.
One seat has the race car driver.
Yeah.
And the backup seat has the passenger. I don't know.
Such
how
as
much that
someone
costs.
like me or you or
Right, somebody that's paid or someone whose friend has paid for them to take
Right.
that ride.
right.
And they do 2 laps around the track.
Man, I don't know if we have time today. We'll see. This is a blessing to have Alan,
Thank you.
and you've given so much incredible insight of this beautiful track.
I fully encourage everybody to go ahead and double check me on all the facts.
Alan, every year we learn.
Yeah.
This is my first year. I'm learning every moment, every minute.
Yeah.
Don't pick up heavy gear. You have a lot of walking to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you're filming, make sure you have a microphone because it's going to be loud.
Yes. Yep. Yep.
Lavaliers, Omni microphones, don't use it. It's going to be loud.
Yes. Everything is going to be loud. I mean, we're all encouraged to wear, ear protection
Really?
at all times, especially.
What do
when
you
the
guys?
cars
What do you
are
guys?
running.
What do you guys wear? Like headsets or in
No, we just use in-ear.
in ears?
Yep.
But is it in ears plugs or is it actually you getting data off of
We're
it?
provided plugs for free, and if you have something else, you can wear it.
Okay, so again, safety is first, but hearing, vision, our bodies, we must take care of ourselves, right?
Right.
And having that noise protection is necessary. I don't need it. You do.
Well, the next day, everybody will be thinking that you're deaf. So it'll take you weeks, possibly years, maybe forever,
Right.
to get that hearing back if you do lose it.
I'm an audio guy, kind of, so to speak, but 130 decibels or higher than that?
It might be higher than that if you're closer to the track, probably, especially when they're going through pit row and things like that where they're making a lot more noise.
Right. By the way, we talked about Gasoline Alley down the road. Wait, it's behind me, right?
Gasoline Alley is going to be just, you're facing it now.
Facing it now. So what kind of fuel do these vehicles use?
I looked it up just a few days ago to find out what I could, and it said that it's a fuel based on, it's from sugar cane. So basically,
Wait. Are we
pure,
recycling something?
it's almost pure ethanol.
We're not recycling sugarcane. It's about what the car needs, right? Ethanol.
Well, it's both.
Both.
I'm sure they are recycling the fuel because it's supposed to be unused.
What is the body made of? Resin? You know what that
Some parts are made for carbon fiber,
Okay.
but everything is ultralight because all that weight that you can have, you want in the engine.
Right.
But all the parts are the same for each team. All the engine parts are the same. It's supposed to be up to the team and the driver to win the race.
The tires, how big are they? Just to get if you have a stat on that.
All 4 tires can be different sizes.
Okay.
Because the track is tilted.
Okay.
You know, it's on a grade,
right.
Especially whenever you go on the turns.
Right.
So all those tires are made to go on this track.
And thank you to Firestone. Is that who supplies all the tires to all the teams?
Yes. Yep.
Well, thank you, Firestone. I was standing there in front of the garages the other day, and Firestone, and I think Shank's team was picking them up. But how heavy do you think one tire is? Is it like 50 pounds, 100
I've heard
pounds?
from people on the teams, it helps if you bounce it a couple times in order to lift it. So that gives you an idea if a grown man has to bounce it in order to get it over this little 3-foot wall, how heavy they can be.
Oh boy! So we're with the rim. Is that alloy?
I would assume so. I don't know.
Or not? That's not carbon fiber.
Yeah.
Because of the body you're saying is where the carbon fiber's at.
The carbon fiber is usually on the wings.
Wings.
Because what's actually happening is they're going faster than some airplanes go to fly.
Holy smokes!
Yeah. So.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me take that in for a second. Airplane and IndyCar racing. Indy wins.
In some cases, yes. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And that's kind of the craziest part is that those wings aren't there to give it lift like they are with a
right.
plane.
Downforce.
They're there to keep it on the ground because otherwise these things would fly.
I got to sit in one earlier, and would you call it like a? How would you describe it? Box car, like a.
I mean, I've never sat in one because I'm a little bit too wide.
Okay.
I wouldn't fit where the drivers fit.
Right.
But I mean, they're like small planes basically, but they're made to stay on the ground with wheels.
Okay, I think we got a good description. Thank you, Alan. I think that really makes sense. You know how? Aircraft, remember the old school planes with wings and the propeller in the front, and you used to fly the little planes that came in like a toy? Now think of that. 2 pilots sat in the cockpits, right?
Right.
In this cockpit, it's a vehicle that stays down on the ground.
Right.
And it's a narrow chassis, so not a soapbox kind of car,
no.
per se, but that narrow chassis of the resin and the carbon fiber. Well, what is that part? The long part?
Well, the parts that are on the sides, they're actually known as wings.
Okay,
and when they're bringing them in and out of the pits, they actually have little clips on them that say "remove before flight."
Huh.
So these are literally airplane parts. They could be used to fly if you flip them upside down.
What? Really?
Yeah. Well,
you just blew my mind right there.
yeah. Well, that. Obviously, if you have them the way they're meant to be,
it's
going to push you down.
Right.
So if you flip them upside down, it's going to
mathematics
push you
and science.
Yeah.
Kids, really, go to college for some of this stuff. Physics, any of STEM, right? You're going to use math. I mean, we talked about the pole earlier, 100 feet.
Yeah.
Think about all that data that's coming through to let pole positioning know. I'm sure that the sensors and there's all kinds of tech underneath the track that's giving sensors data or whatever it is. Not only pole position, but cameras. And does the track itself have different cameras or is it all media?
There were plenty of media cameras that they had to set up just for the race.
Yeah.
So that Fox can get every angle that they could ever want. But there are cameras everywhere already, mostly for security.
Okay.
But the teams have sensors in the vehicles testing everything because there are engineers on every team.
Right.
And I say engineers because it's a team of engineers.
I thank you for.
Yeah.
It's all about the team.
Yeah.
You can't just do each person has.
Right.
You got
the driver is not the only person that makes.
Can you describe a team? What would you find in a team, or what would I find in like a pit?
For an Indy team, you've got the people that work in the offices that are crunching numbers and making sure everything works.
Mm-hmm.
Then you've also got the actual physical team members that are here doing the pit stops, but they also require support teams that are going back and forth between the garages, bringing them tires as the race goes on.
Right.
Not to mention drinks and food, because there's 6-hour-long practices.
That must be grueling, man, on your body.
Right.
Without food or anything. I mean, I'm, walking, if that's what happens, think about just to be stuck in a small, tight space.
Right.
And you're going in one direction.
Right.
Fast.
And there's no air conditioning, there's no extras in these vehicles. They
No.
literally have to put the driver in and then hand the driver the steering wheel.
Here's a funny question.
Yeah.
Does the car have signals?
I think so.
Okay.
They do. Yeah, they do.
So they do have lights on them.
I don't know if they have lights.
But
they
they
might
have...
turn signals, but I don't know if they have lights. At least I've never seen them on because they don't have lights up anywhere else.
Right.
So I haven't seen them run with lights.
So in Indiana, this is a daytime race, nighttime
Only
race? What kind of...
daytime.
Only daytime.
Because there are no lights up on the sides at all. So if it gets dark, they call it.
We talked to Todd over here at Acura, if you remember earlier, ladies and gentlemen, and we learned that not only the downforce and all that, but his team engineers, right? He mentioned the word engineer. So can you go down that rabbit hole for me? But what type of engineers are these engineers?
I mean, they probably are airplane engineers. I mean, I would assume you've got, physics engineers. You've got to have fuel specialists that are at least consulting with the team to help them. And again, Dallara is the one that designs these vehicles.
Dallara?
And they're the ones that decide what is going to pass inspection and what will not pass inspection.
Interesting.
And that's what happened earlier this week, was that there were 2 teams that got bumped down the list because they couldn't pass inspection, which means that something was modified on the vehicle that wasn't permissible.
Could you, is it okay to mention the name? I'm trying to learn, it's my first time remember about this race, so I'm trying to absorb every bit of detail. So
I don't remember which teams it were.
Okay.
But
That's
they're
safe?
going to be the ones at the bottom of the list.
So whenever things like that, you basically just get put back in like the last pole position.
Yes, sir. Yep, you get put at the end of the starting.
There's one question that people are wondering about with the Andretti. There's no Andretti on the field this year, right?
I don't think there's anybody with the last name Andretti, but
Right.
Team Andretti, I think, has 3, maybe 4 vehicles that are going to be running for them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What do they run? Chevy, Honda?
Honda. Yeah.
So what 2 vehicle engines run on Indy? Because there's only 2, right?
It's just Chevy and Honda.
So what do you test? What are they testing? Who has the fastest speed, or is it endurance rate? What is the end goal?
At the end of the day, everything is exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
So it's up to the drivers and the team to get everything right. They've got to get everything perfect, and the weather's got to be perfect for them, because there could be a gust of wind that if you're on, turn 4,
right,
and everybody else gets hit with it at turn 2,
right,
it could slow them down. It could give them a boost that you may or may not get at the other side of the track. So it's a 500-mile race. Anything can happen, and everything's going to affect the result.
So again, equilibrium here. Everything's the same. May the best driver win.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah. The goal is to make everything as fair as possible and give everyone the opportunity to win.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, there can only be one winner.
Absolutely. And who's going to take a Honda or Chevy?
I don't know. I mean, I drive a Chevy truck, so I'd like to see Chevy. But I mean, I've driven plenty of Hondas that work great too. So
right.
I hope the best motor wins.
Best driver, best motor. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Alan. Alan, I am so grateful for your time, sir. Appreciate your time, and we'll see what else we could get into, guys. Thank you so much.
Rock and roll, guys.